It's the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion. This is for Thursday, the 6th of March. I'm Michael Groff. We've got a few showers out there this morning, but we'll see decreasing clouds and mostly sunny skies should return by this afternoon, but that will be fairly short-lived as our main area of low pressure comes through here tonight and tomorrow, bringing with it increasing precipitation. In fact, the rainfall should become widespread across south central Arizona by late tonight and through much of the day on Friday. Along with that, we'll see windy conditions and cooler temperatures today and especially tomorrow. In fact, daytime highs on Friday likely to be anywhere from 15 to 20 degrees below average. Now, the weekend is looking quiet with warmer temperatures, but by next week, active weather returns with a couple of storm systems slated to move across the area, and that will bring more opportunities for precipitation, breezy to windy conditions, and yes, cooler temperatures. So a lot going on. Let's dive in and talk about it. First, the almanac from yesterday, 76 degrees the afternoon high, 51 was the morning low, 75 and 52 are the averages for this time of year. We are way behind on precipitation. Hopefully we'll put a dent in that deficit over the next 7 to 10 days. As we take a look outside right now at 9 o'clock, we've got some clouds out there. And yes, even a few very light showers around parts of the valley. We're sitting at 63 degrees at Sky Harbor, dew point's 41, humidity 45%. It is rather breezy out there with a west wind at 22 miles per hour, and the barometer is rising. Radar across the area shows most of the precipitation concentrated to the north and east of Phoenix, across central and northern Arizona, but there are a few very light showers widely scattered about here in the south central deserts. Most of those probably don't amount to anything. We might see 1 or 2/100ths of an inch of rain, though, so be aware of that over the next couple of hours. Satellite picture out here across the southwest. We've got this initial short wave that's coming on through. That's kind of a primer for our broader low pressure that's moving in. But this has increased the moisture across the area, and part of the reason we haven't seen much rain with this initial short wave is because the subcloud layer has been so dry. It's going to take quite a bit of moisture to get that saturated, but once that happens, especially with this next system coming in, we'll be ready to go for a decent amount of precipitation potentially across the area. Now, most of the action right now is over the northern and eastern part of the state, but, that will change by the time we get toward the overnight hours tonight and into the day tomorrow. All right, the watch warning map lit up like a Christmas tree out here in the west. We've got wind advisories aplenty. From northeast Arizona to the north central part of the state, into southeast Arizona, the southwestern part of the state, into southern California. Obviously, we'll see some wind gusts over 40 miles per hour in those areas. We also have a winter weather advisory for places like Flagstaff. Now, I will caution you that if you are heading west on the I-8 or I-10 corridor, those windy conditions expected in southwest Arizona and southeast California, you're going to have to be aware of the possibility of some patchy blowing dust. Now, elsewhere in the west, yes, we have more wind advisories. We have winter weather advisories. We have winter storm warnings. We have red flag warnings to the east of us. Now, those are posted when you have all those ingredients coming together necessary for wildfires. You have low humidity. You have windy conditions. You have a very dry surface. And so that's what we have there. And so, again, the wildfire potential over eastern New Mexico, West Texas, that is certainly with us. All right, the convective outlook for today, there is a little risk of thunder mainly north of us. Now, with that main area of low pressure coming through by later tonight, and keeping in mind this outlook runs through 5 a.m. tomorrow, there could be some thunder across parts of Southern California and parts of Nevada. And I guess tomorrow as that comes through, that we could hear a few claps of thunder here, but that's not really a main concern. We'll talk about that. We'll outline that detail more specifically here in just a moment. The precipitation outlook, this is valid through Thursday morning of next week. Rain amounts in Phoenix. These numbers coming up anywhere from 3/4 of an inch to 1 inch here in the south central deserts, including Phoenix. Obviously, heavier totals possible up north. And again, there will be multiple opportunities for rain. We will talk about all of that in more detail right now as we get to the models. Take a look at things. This is the GFS. It's the 06Z run. It's valid at 2 o'clock this afternoon. All right, we got an initial short wave that's coming on through. There's our bigger area of low pressure, that wave off to the north and west of us, moving through central and southern California by this afternoon. What it means down at the surface for the rest of the day today, a few showers around this morning, decreasing, becoming mostly sunny by this afternoon. High temperatures today will be cooler than we've seen in recent days, mid to upper 60s. And it's going to be breezy to windy at times, especially over the higher terrain areas and out across the southwest deserts in southeast California. But even here in Phoenix, we could see winds anywhere from 10 to 25 miles per hour with an occasional higher gust possible. All right, for tonight, mostly clear in the evening, but the clouds will increase rather quickly as this next wave comes on in, and the deeper moisture associated with that will be with us. Overnight lows tonight should generally be in the 40s, maybe your low 50s. And let's take you through what could happen here as we look at our high-resolution guidance. This is the HRRR, our high-resolution rapid refresh model at 1 a.m. tomorrow morning. And you can see about that time, we've got some showers popping up here across south-central Arizona. Initially, again, to the north of us over the favored upslope areas of northern Maricopa County, Yavapai, Gila counties. But as we've seen an increase in moisture from this initial shortwave, it won't take long to get that atmosphere saturated and for rainfall to start filling in here over the southern deserts. So maybe after midnight, 1, 2 a.m., we could start to see some rain here in the valley or encroaching on the valley anyway. And certainly as we go through the early morning hours, the rain will be increasing. And by 6 a.m., HRRR says, rain becomes fairly widespread by that point. Light to occasionally moderate rain will be out there. Now, again, there could, maybe be a rumble of thunder someplace. But since this is coming through in the overnight and early morning hours, despite the fact that we have pretty good dynamics with this feature, I don't think thunder is going to be a main issue. But I guess it's not inconceivable that at some point through the morning or even into the afternoon hours tomorrow, there might be an isolated thunderstorm. And should that happen, that would serve to enhance rainfall in a localized area. So the rain will be with us through the morning and into the early afternoon hours. The HRRR starts to show it moving out of here by about 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. So we'll have at least a fairly prolonged period of precipitation. Now, it's not going to rain nonstop all day tomorrow. But kind of on again, off again, precipitation will be with us through the day. And again, some wraparound moisture may come in for an isolated thunderstorm tomorrow afternoon as well. So keep that in mind. It will be breezy to locally windy. High temperatures tomorrow will be much cooler, mid to upper 50s. And then, that's about 15 to 20 degrees below where we ought to be for this time of year. But by tomorrow night, that'll move on out of here. And you can see the synoptic look for tomorrow. And again, fairly widespread precipitation and snow for the higher terrain too. And that's great news. They need it. On Saturday, that system is out of here. We turn mostly sunny. We turn warmer. High temperatures getting back in the mid and upper 60s. Mid to upper 70s on Sunday as a shortwave ridge does build on in. And even on Monday, we should be fairly warm with highs in the upper 70s and low 80s. With mostly sunny sky, although clouds may start to increase by very late in the day, as our next area of low pressure is off to the west of us. Now, there is quite a bit of forecast uncertainty as to exactly how this next system plays out. But let's show you. This is Tuesday, and the GFS shows fairly widespread precipitation, numerous showers, maybe widespread rain across southern Arizona. Will this be a big-time rain producer? That remains to be seen. At this point, we're going to put a 50% chance of rain into the forecast for Tuesday of next week. And high temperatures should cool off fairly dramatically once again back toward the mid and upper 60s, so below average temperatures and breezy to windy conditions, a little snow possible up north. And let's keep going. This is Wednesday, maybe a shower early in the morning, but otherwise we'll see decreasing clouds. Temperatures will warm up again back into the low and middle 70s at least. But another system is poised just off to the west of us, and here we go. By a week from today, Thursday, the 13th of March, that's moving on in. And that's a colder trough than the Tuesday system. It may not have quite as much moisture, but it's going to have more dynamics with it, much colder air, so it may be just as efficient a rain producer as the Tuesday system, perhaps more so. I guess we'll just have to see. I mean, again, there's a fair bit of model spread. The models are in good agreement that these two systems will come through, but obviously there's a big spread in the exact timing, the positioning, the intensity, and the rainfall distribution, as you would expect the further out we go. Nevertheless, Thursday looks like it could be a wet day for us, and of course, rather cold too. I would expect high temperatures with this next system maybe retreating back into the upper 50s to mid 60s here in the south central deserts, and of course, that means snow up north, snow for the sheep range and into Southern California And for the Mogollon Rim, that's great. We, again, need all the precipitation we can get out here. Let's keep going. This is Friday the 14th. That system is beginning to move to the east. We're still under its influence, though, so it'll be a chilly day, maybe a raw day, maybe a few showers in the morning and decreasing clouds by the afternoon. But yeah, temperatures would be well below average in that kind of a setup. Going out 10 days, this is Saturday the 15th, and now that's moving off to the east. A dry northwesterly flow is in its wake. We're still cool, although we'll start a warming trend if that's right. And maybe that's the end of the wave train, maybe not. Some of our models indicate that broader ridging starts to build in after that. Others indicate that that next system that you see out there over the Northeast Pacific drops on in, and so we could continue the active weather. We will see. Look at a rainfall for Phoenix. This goes out through the 20th of March. It's off the GFS ensemble. The ensemble mean is coming up to almost an inch. European ensemble, the mean is actually over an inch. And every member shows rain. So rain looks like it's going to happen. Now, of course, how much? Well, that's obviously the devil that's in the details. But it looks like we have at least 3 opportunities for precipitation over the next 7 or 8 days. And that's great news. Is that going to bust a drought? No, but it will help. All right, let's take a look at temperatures off the National Blend of Models. Obviously, the coolest day of this forecast period, at least as it's slated right now, is tomorrow. It's printing out a high temperature of just 59 degrees. Then we'll warm it up as we go into next week, and then not for long, because by Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we'll see temperatures retreating to below average levels, perhaps cooler than what's shown here, depending on the intensity of those next storm systems. And that is going to do it for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. My next video is due back here tomorrow morning. Should you happen to enjoy these videos, and of course you do, then be sure to subscribe, like, share, click that notification bell. Leave those comments, questions, and suggestions. If you really like what we do here, then click that thanks icon below the video here on YouTube and make those monetary contributions to us. Or, of course, you can donate directly via PayPal. grofshow@gmail.com is that PayPal address. PayPal address, my goodness. I still have this cough. Boy, oh boy, has this been a fun 2.5 weeks. grofshow@gmail.com is that PayPal address. It's GROFFshow@gmail.com for PayPal. I don't have a cough button. At Studio B, we don't have a cough button. We had one at Studio A. We don't have one here. We got other fancy bells and whistles here that we don't have at Studio A, but that's not one of them. I do apologize. Oh, he's coughing all over us. He's going to get us all sick. All right, the executive producer of the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion is my one and only, the sweetest of all time, the Asian sensation and proprietor of sweetchildaz.com.org and the Facebook page with the same name, Sweet Child Arizona. Talking about my Michelle, check her out. Check out her blogs, videos, everything possibly Michelle related. It's all linked up down in the description. Possibly even Adriana related stuff's down there too. And other stuff that is Michelle and Mike related also. Our streaming station available 24/7, 365 called KMGX. We play a ton of music. We have a lot of fun with that. It is the most chaotic mix of music you will ever hear. I highly encourage you to give that a listen. You can click on the links down in the description, or you can just go directly to kmgx.com and listen that way. And when you do, you just might hear something like this. And that's all I can play, because otherwise we get demonetized, and we certainly don't want that. All right. And if you can figure out what that song was from that small little bit, well, I don't really have any prizes to give you, but if I did, you'd get one. All right. Thank you so much for watching. All of your continued support, it is so greatly appreciated. Please be safe. And you guys have yourselves a beautiful rest of your Thursday.